And now I invite you to listen to these words from the prophet Baruch. Jerusalem, take off your robe of mourning and misery. Put on the splendor of God, the splendor of glory from God forever, wrapped in the cloak of justice. Bear on your head the mitre that displays the glory of the eternal name. For love will show all the earth your splendor. You will be named by love forever. The peace of justice, the glory of love's adoration. Rise up, Jerusalem, stand upon the heights, look to the east and see your children gathered from the east and the west at the call of the Holy One, rejoicing that they are remembered by love. Led away on foot by their enemies, they left you, but love will bring them back, borne aloft in glory as on royal thrones. For love has commanded that every lofty mountain be made low, and that the age-old depths and gorges be filled to level ground, that Israel may advance secure in the glory of love. The forests and every fragrant kind of tree have overshadowed Israel at love's command. For love is leading Israel in joy by the light of love's glory, with love's mercy and justice forever. First of all, I want to thank you for indulging me, my 1970s rock and roll gospel music. And secondly, I want to dust off some of the oldie moldy language that is present in this reading from Baruch and bring it into our own modern day understanding. While this reading has historical significance for the author and the audience to whom they were speaking, it also has an eternal message. An eternal message that can be gleaned when we look beyond the specific words and names and definitions and the specific law and theology of the time, looking instead at this message not as one of righteousness or chosenness or damnation of one's enemies and our own vengeance or victory. Instead, it's a message that is universal, a message that calls us to be the city of peace, Jerusalem. We are called to be peace bearers, peace embodiers. We are called to create the space within ourselves where peace may dwell, where peace may be seen through our actions, our words, the ways in which we attend to ourselves and our loved ones, and the way that we respond to the ongoing conflicts of our world. One of the challenges with apocalyptic literature is the way in which it's been co-opted to continually proclaim the change is coming. A new world is dawning. And while we continue to hold out hope for that, hoping and dreaming and wishing that humanity can learn to be of love and can live as love, that constant hoping, dreaming, wishing, and looking out there, looking to another time, a future time, another place. If we are always turning our gaze outward into some future imagined time, we are missing the love and the peace and the beauty that's here right now. That love, that peace, that beauty can be called many names. Jesus called it the kingdom of God. Isaiah called it the peaceable kingdom. Moses called it the promised land. Baruch here is speaking of it as Jerusalem. In the Kabbalah, it is known as Malkut. Malkut is the stage of full embodiment. When we have ascended in union with Source and allowed that love and peace, contentment and joy of Source to be lived in and through us. It's not the future kingdom that we look toward. Instead, it is the kingdom that's right here, that's right now. And it is a peace and a love, a contentment and a joy that is attainable right now in this moment. And it is a constant search. It requires a persistent, consistent, diligent, tenacious, courageous effort. The courageous effort to over and over and over and over again be aware of the places within us that are tempting us to act in ways that are not loving, either toward ourselves or towards others. To continually hold ourselves accountable for those wounds that are very real. Wounds that arose out of our childhood, our conditioning, relationships, just being a human being. We have all experienced suffering and pain, betrayal and loss. And those wounds have harmed us. And in many ways have caused us to act and respond in non-loving ways. The journey toward embodying Jerusalem, embracing the kingdom, is in holding ourselves accountable to those wounds, doing the work that we've all been practicing to heal and transform those wounds so that we can make more space for love. And in creating that space of love, it frees us to be more loving, more caring, more generous, more giving, more compassionate and understanding. The new world that beckons is a world that is already present within us. And it is our job to nurture and cultivate that world. And as we nurture and cultivate that, we act like a stone that's dropped in the water. Our presence, our actions, our interactions serve as a ripple that can help bring calm and peace to others. A ripple that might awaken those who are still asleep. A ripple that might comfort and inspire. A ripple that we might never ever see the outcome of, but we know that the love that we cultivate within ourselves moves out into the world in ways that we can never imagine. So as we're approaching the coming holidays, or we're kind of in the middle of them, our mindfulness can be about cultivating, nurturing, preparing that place for love within ourselves. And this is what we're doing, is preparing that way of love.